Hi, I'm Phyllis from the Doll Corner, and welcome to my channel. And be sure and subscribe and touch the bell so you'll get a notice when I put my next video out. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. My granddaughter needs coats for her little dog, and she wants something that's really washable, and so she bought one and it didn't fit quite right, and she paid quite a bit of money for it. At least I thought it was a lot of money. So I said, Carla, I can make you a dog. Let's see what you've got. So she showed me, and I said, well, I have a pattern that I don't know where it came from, and it's 2006. The date is on it. And I don't know, maybe my sister gave it to me, or maybe it came with some other things that was gifted to me. So anyway, I have a dog pattern. Well, I made one up for her, and it was a little bit long, and it wasn't quite wide enough. The legs were a bit too long, so I went out and I took some measurements from the dog, and I drew a pattern off of the original. So I made it longer this way. That's the depth of the body and the chest, and shorter this way. And I cut some off the leg length. So I drew up a pattern, and she was over one day, and we wore our masks and tried to distance as much as possible, and she went home with a dog coat for her dog, and she was quite happy with it since she made it. So she brought me more material. She brought me, this is the pattern she used for the one she made. She has this, and this is a heavier, it's more of a fun fur type of fabric. So I'm looking forward to her coming back to have another fun sew day. So for this, you only need 3 pieces. This piece folded, placed on the fold, and I tried to center it by having this black strip go right down the center of his back, and then so I think it should make up good. So Carla, come and sew it together. This is the sleeve of the front leg, and of course you need 2, and I tried to match this up with the plaid as well. And then I have my collar. Now the collar, you fold it together like this and just sew down there, and then turn it right side out. And then fold it in half again, like that. Let me get those evened up. Anyway, I want to show you how then with the sleeves, the pattern suggests rib knitting and deeper, and I felt it just didn't feel I liked it as well. So I took a piece of stretch fabric that I had around here, and I cut it the same width as the sleeve band would be, only I sew it on here and I stretch it. So I stretch it out about an inch past where I'm going to sew, and that brings my sleeve in a little tighter. I'll show you this one, yeah. This is just a scrap to show you. See, I sew the two on like this by stretching this out, and then I just sew there. And you see that brings it in, gives you a little bit of a, and then what I do is you really can't press this material, so I just try and fold it in there and pin it. All the way along here. Keeping it even with the band. And then I top stitch it right in the ditch. Well, I wasn't quite in the ditch, but so right there. And then when I've got it all stitched, I trim this off, because you don't need. So this band I made about 1.5 inches. So I had enough to. So that's how I made the sleeves. And this is where my sleeves fit in, is in this area of the coat. And when it's open, then it's all open flat, I put the sleeve in. I put both sleeves in. And then the chest, when the sleeves are in, you stitch here down, and then you bring this part of it together and you sew it. This is down the front of the chest. Then for the neck, I made this piece up to match the coat, but there was no stretch in it, and I was afraid it was going to make it too difficult to get over the dog's head. So I made it out of the same stretchy, and I made it about 1 inch shorter, and I brought the neck area up, put this over the outside of it, and this is double, of course, and then stitched around here by stretching it. And you can see how much it has brought it in. There's no tucks, but it brings it in. And then I will sew just around here. I haven't done that yet, because I have a little finishing up on this to do. So then that was the top end of it all finished. And then this one shouldn't have this seam down the back of it, but I was short of fabric, and I thought, it's not going to hurt. So I left a seam allowance on it and just sewed it down. This was from a scrap of fabric. So then I sewed the binding on the bottom of the leg, back leg. And then I stitched, lining these up really carefully, and sewed here. I tried with one of them to see if I could just turn it in and have this all one piece, but it didn't work very well because I didn't have room really to sew. So I thought, no, I'll do it the easy way. So that's the way I do. And it's, you could, I guess, leave it, sew it all this distance and then just leave a piece to go over there. Yeah, if you want to be fussy, you can do that. And then the next step is, well, I have to sew that yet, but I want to show you. This has to be hemmed all the way along. So I serge this around all the way. Now you could zigzag it and then just turn it in and top stitch it, or you can make a double, turn it in and then stitch around it like that. But I chose to just zigzag it and then stitch around it. And this will, when I sew this up like this and up here, then I will finish this off. So it's very easy to do. It doesn't take very long. Once you sort of figure out the pattern. The first time I did it, I was wanting to mix my back legs with my front legs, but anyway, I got that figured out. So, and then I'm working on a little collar here. Greyhounds have to have a different collar, and it's an ordinary collar will slip over their head. So this was a little confusing to me too, and I'm not just sure if I got it together right, but anyway, it's close. I'll get Carla here someday and we'll put it together right, won't we, Carla? She's not here, but she'll be watching. And that's really all there is to making a little dog coat. So if you sew it all, you could get a pattern and do some measuring and adjusting it a little bit, and you can have a cute coat with however you like. So thanks for watching, and be sure and subscribe, touch the bell, and leave me a comment. Thanks for watching. Bye now.